Welcome to another healthy recipe adventure as we share another one of our favorite recipes. This one is whipped topping. There's a verse in the Bible that's found in Proverbs 23, verses 2 and 3, that says, "Put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite. Be not desirous of her dainties, for they are deceitful meats." In other words, don't eat a lot of sweets and rich pastries. So we're going to make a whipped topping that you can use in any recipe, and I've tried different toppings, and this one is perfectly healthy, and it is not full of chemicals, and you can use it even on that blueberry recipe that I gave you, that frozen blueberry delight. You can put it on top of that. So to begin with, we're going to put in 1 can of coconut milk. Any kind of coconut milk that it's your choice, whatever you would like. Next, we're going to put in 1/2 cup of cashews. They're raw cashews and rinsed, really good. Next, we're going to put in 1 cup of sugar, but it's not just any ordinary sugar. This is monk fruit sweetener, which is really good to use if you're diabetic because it doesn't change the glycemic index. Okay, and then we're going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I use the dry vanilla, like I mentioned before. And then 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Xanthan gum is used to make it smooth and creamy. Okay, now we're going to go over here so we can blend this and do the next step with the water and the agar. And I also would like to mention that the book that I get the recipe out of is this one. It's called 7 Secrets by Jim and Neva Brackett, and it is available on Amazon and I'm sure on other places. But this is a really good book. I use this one all the time. First, I want to blend for just a few seconds to get the cashews mixed in with the liquid. We'll just leave it sitting there as I prepare the agar. 1 cup of water. And 2 teaspoons of the agar. Then I turn the heat on. I turn the heat to a medium-high and stir constantly. Once it starts boiling, let it boil for about a minute. About a minute and a half. It'll look a little clumpy when you first start trying to mix the water with the agar, but if you just keep stirring, it will smoothen out. Okay, as you can see, it's getting real bubbly. Okay, now I'm going to start the timer for 1 minute. and let it boil. And at this point you can turn it down just a little bit. Okay. We'll take this hot mixture and pour it in with the cashew mixture. Then we're going to blend it for another minute. And there you have your whipping cream, but it is not ready. What we have to do now is we need to cool it. It's got to cool and set up and become pretty stiff. And then I'll show you what we do after that. Well, we're back. It only took a couple of hours. It takes anywhere between 2 and 3 hours until it's really cool and it's firmly set up. I found that if you put the whipping cream in the blender, it doesn't blend up real well. So what I have learned to do is to put it in the food processor first. A little piece at a time. Okay, now it looks like cottage cheese. We're going to take this mixture here and put it in the blender to make it nice and smooth and creamy. Before I put that in there though, I'm going to add some milk. You can use soy milk, oat milk, almond milk, cashew milk, anything, and just stick it in the blender. As you can see, it's pretty curdly looking. I only blended about 20-30 seconds. Then I'm going to put it right back in the container I had it in and stick it in the refrigerator, and now we have nice creamy whipped cream. It will sit up even a little bit more when you put it back in the refrigerator. I'm going to show you something that you can do with this whipped cream. Waffles and blueberries with a little bit of whipped cream.